Hi, we are Lords of the Satellite, and this is Lorraine. She's on fire, she's on fire, she knows. She's on fire, she's on fire, she's cold. Oh, Lorraine, she was a woman from yesteryear. Oh, Lorraine, she was the one that made it clear. Oh, Lorraine, she was a woman from yesteryear. Oh, Lorraine, she was the one that made it clear. Oh, Lorraine, she was the one from better days. Oh, Lorraine, she was the one that got away. She's on fire, she's on fire, she knows. She's on fire, she's on fire, she's cold. Oh, Lorraine, she was a woman from yesteryear. Oh, Lorraine, she was the one that made it clear. Oh, Lorraine, she was a woman from yesteryear. Oh, Lorraine, she was the one that made it clear. Oh, Lorraine, she was a woman from better days. Oh, Lorraine, she was the one that got away. I mean, yeah, the amount of influences that we have just personally, I would say, is quite a lot. I know Joe is influenced by Nirvana. Yeah. Kurt, I still haven't really figured out what he's influenced by quite. It might not even be music. I'm just kidding there. I'm just kidding.
No, I think you're right.
And, you know, I mean, I'm influenced by anyone from Dr. Dre to, you know, the Three Tenors to, pretty much everyone. Andrea Bocelli. I mean, yeah, NSYNC. I was born in 1990, so it's kind of, we all like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. It was a really part of our childhood growing up. So I'd say, yeah, I was definitely.
I'm not a huge fan, but.
Well, your lead singer's influenced by NSYNC. So.
I mean, before we met Preston, Joe and I, like Joe was saying, we just were sort of locked up in the basement studio of the house, and we were roommates, and we had our own side project at the time. We just kept playing together, and it was just really easy. It was really easy for me to just fill in, just playing to his riffs. They were just really fun, and I just found a way to just play to him. And I'd try not to do too much, just try to, you know, make something fun and cool. And then Preston came in, and
which is an interesting story in itself. Yeah, he's just an amazing singer, and it's funny because we hooked up with him and knew him for a while, and then just somehow the opportunity worked where we were in the studio and he texted and I was like, yeah, come on through. And I'm talking shit like, yeah, you know, he probably can't sing. I mean, the guy rides around on a hoverboard, like.
Yeah, we met him at our local bar down the street, and then we met him again at the jacuzzi, because we all lived in the same complex, and then he came over and we were pretty blown away. I think we wrote our first song or two that night.
Oh, yeah. And then, you know, after the second meeting, I thought about it and I was like, okay, I'll help these guys. And
it's funny, Joe and I had the same thought. We're going to help this kid out.
Thanks, bro.
But yeah, you know, here we are. We just started a year ago, you know, during the pandemic when everything was like on lockdown. And we were neighbors, so we started making music.
Still are neighbors.
We still are neighbors, yeah, exactly. And Joe moved out. But
he's still over all the time. He didn't move far.
He didn't move far. But yeah, it's cool because of the fact that we were able to make music when there really was nothing else to do, and we're starting to kind of see the outcome of it, and it's neat. You know, a year and a half later, we won the SDMA for Best New Artist, and that's really an awesome thing. So,
and it got to a point where we had to get a bass player.
And now we're here talking to Palapalooza, aka Miss Troy.
I will tell you this though, regarding the award, it was a really beautiful experience, and there's like so many people that we should be thanking. I mean, Emily Bartell being one of them, Navajo Live being the huge one, and all these little venues from the holding company to 710 Club.
Yeah.
All of those shows, I mean, it was part of just being able to do it, and all those people, you know, are part of that as well in one way or another. And thank you to everybody.
And
100%.
And we got to give it up to our bass player who's not here.
Yeah.
He wanted to be here, but and he became an integral part. I mean, the three of us started the band, and we were like, do we really need a bass player? And then Matt and Joe go back forever.
Yeah.
They've known each other forever, and he came right in. He was in one of the most famous Pantera cover bands of all time, and then
101 Proof. Yeah,
and then
they killed it.
And then unfortunately, you know, their lead singer passed away, and so Matt really was looking for something, and they
reconnected. Rest in peace, Travis.
Yeah, rest in peace, Travis. And then they reconnected, and once we had Matt in there, who's a fantastic guitarist, by the way, also in his own right, the four of us were pretty much set. The Gravities. I love that band. Our friend Riston Diggs is in that band, and we have a chance to. We're trying to get a show played with them, but they're one of my favorites right now.
Yeah, I'd probably have to say, you know, shout out to Nathan Rainey Band, for sure. Shout out to Jesse Lark Music. Also, shout out, of course, to Riston Diggs and
Sly Beats.
Yeah, Sly Beats.
Sly Beats. Yeah, all those guys. I mean, those would be a lot of the same. Man, there's a lot of good bands. Thieves About. I'd give them a shout out.
Shout out to Boostive. Boostiv's, they're doing really well. They're traveling with a Thievery Corporation. I went to high school with those guys. They're cool. They're cool guys. They're local OB band.
I mean, a lot of the bands we talked about before, Modern History. You know,
History.
I've been friends with the Rough. I love those guys. Avenue Army.
Shout out to Food Bodies.
Yeah, Food Bodies, which is
shout out to
my
Food
other band.
Bodies. Oh yeah, shout out to Drew Sounds for sure. Shout out to Drew Sounds big time. He's a good friend of mine. He's actually going to be helping us too with our stuff. Tomorrow's next. And then the next day.
We're going out to Palmdale to finish recording, 4 or 5 songs, finish our full-length album, I guess you'd call it. And then from there, we'll start playing shows again in June. We'll be at OB Rassel House June 2nd.
Dino's Pub?
Dino, yeah.
That's June 4th. That's with
Thieves About. And then June 10th, we're at the Porterhouse.
In Oceanside.
June 25th, I think, is the Good Bar, just a small one.
Talking about...
You're fading out. And then July, we got shows. We're at the Holding Company at the end of July with a few bands. So, yeah. There's all kinds of stuff on there.
And then really what we're trying to do right now is, look, you can only win the best new artist one time, and it's not like we're going to win it again next year. So we have, a window, and I think that our main focus as far as going forward, like what you're asking, would be to latch on to a bigger band and hopefully start opening up for someone that's bigger than ourselves. So,
Well, or a tour.
that'd be cool.
We're looking at a tour too.
Yeah,
coming up.
tour.
Kind of break out of San Diego a little bit. We've played
Maybe
a few.
even join with other bands and do a tour, like some sort of collective unit would be cool. But
We've played a few LA shows at this point. We played the Whiskey twice, but branching out of Southern California might be pretty cool.
for the music that we're making, the music that we're creating, I would honestly have to say Cage the Elephant would be a great band to open up for.
I'd go Modest Mouse, but
Yeah, Modest Mouse. Yeah.
Queens of the Stone Age.
What's the
I'm thinking too big.
Who you go? It's a dream fucking
I'm
question.
thinking,
Strokes?
I'm thinking like Muse,
Muse.
Yeah, the Strokes. Muse would be sick. Muse would be really sick, actually. Yeah, Muse would be tight. Oh, that'd be so dope. We're opening up for Muse. That'd be sick as fuck. I think, it'd be really cool to open up for like the Strokes or Cage the Elephant, because our music is pretty similar to them. So.
And writing, I think that's going to be a big focus. Is just we got to keep writing more songs, And we've kind of got the process pretty dialed in. We can write a few, practice a few, then workshop them live, and then get to a point where they're really tight.
We
shows.
we love taking songs in Navajo Live. We'll drop in on the open mic. We haven't done it in a little bit, but that's our favorite thing. Like, okay, we got these new songs. Let's go drop them in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's great. Oh, great. It's fantastic. Love Navajo Live.
I'd go Limp Bizkit, 100% without a doubt.
I'm going to abstain from the question.
Probably a Milli Vanilli.
That's a great
That's
answer.
the safest answer.
That's a great
That is
answer.
the safest answer possible.
answer.
Lords of the Satellite got canceled because they dogged Milli Vanilli.
Not gonna happen. That's it. Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's really, really good, and we hope that it's an American satellite and not one from China. We hope that it's a really strong satellite, and we think that it's gonna be so good, so good. And as long as it's part of the United States, it's going to be so great, so great. So great, so great. Okay, there you go, like that. There you go. There you go. It's not from China. So there goes all future record sales in China. Gone.
Although we love China. So
it's the world's
I'd love to
largest
go.
market. Evaporated.
I'm going to give a big shout out to your band, Ready, Set, Survive. I want to come to your
Ready,
next
set,
show.
survive. Oh, we're down to go to the next show.
That's definitely good. When's your next show? We should.
2023. No, I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, we like to have fun. We show up to the show and we'll drink. We'll buy some beers, man. We'll be pouring
He's
some
sober right now.
beers. Yeah.
I'll fall off the wagon.
Yeah. Welcome to our lead singer. He's part-time devil, part-time singer. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. Half and half.